Here's my thoughts as a pelvic floor physical therapist and a perimenopausal woman from the removal of the black box warning off of menopause hormone therapy products this week. Okay, first of all, what is a black box warning? So if you reach into your estrogen patch or your vaginal estrogen, you will find these massive pieces of paper. And then there are parts that are written in a dark black box to bring your attention to risk of cancer, things like that. And for a really long time, basically estrogen equated to cancer in a lot of these black box warnings. And so it scared a lot of women away from using it. Last couple of years, debunking of the WHI and clarifying about what actually those studies looked at, we've been having conversations opening up more access to estrogen-based products. One of them specifically was local topical vaginal estrogen. I was a little confused by the announcement from the FDA because my assumption it was just going to be local topical vaginal estrogen because that's where we have good information to say, hey, it's local, it's not systemic. We use it a lot for genitourinary syndrome of menopause, also in lactation. And we've got some studies to say, hey, this is safe to use. Where I did not expect them is to speak to all menopause hormone therapy with estrogen. So that would be speaking to our patches, things like that. And some misinformation that was said by some of the FDA officials was that these products can be used to prevent dementia, Alzheimer's. I think it was some sort of like cardiovascular issues and improve longevity. And we don't necessarily have that data. So it's this confusing thing where on one hand, yes, finally, local topical vaginal estrogen, yes, remove that box. Thank you for the additional gift. But at the same time, I think hopefully what this does do is at least open up conversations with our providers to say, hey, I hear that this has been removed. This is something that I'm considering. Am I suitable for this when we talk about our own individual risk factors? And that's a conversation best for you and your provider. So if that's what, that removal of that black box warning did is kind of take down a barrier so we can have those conversations, then I'm all for it. But just we need to be aware that, yes, we can be excited, but also we need to be aware people are saying things that aren't necessarily supported. So I would love to hear what you think about that black box removal, whether you're a provider, somebody who's taking these medications, or somebody who's considering taking these medications. Understanding full well, I cannot be a prescriber. Let me know.